You are now listening live to The Slice, where there's no apple or cherry, but where faces are buried. Presented by NWTC Studios. Now, here's Chase.
What's going on, guys? This is Chase Wallace back here with another hard-hitting episode of The Slice. And we actually have one new addition this week. His name is Mitch Kieran. What's going on, Mitch?
Yeah, man, what's up?
And then we got Josh Hippis returning with us for another week. How you doing, bud?
Second week, I'm doing great.
And here we are with the men behind closed doors once again. My partners in crime, Panda and Tiger. What's going on, boys?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, guys. Welcome back.
All right, so what's going to happen is we're going to start off with a pretty big topic that I think is very controversial and something that really, honestly, pisses me off. The Greg Hardy incident. That's hit me pretty hard. I don't condone women abuse. It really made me mad. And just the fact that Jerry Jones gave him a second chance. It's against NFL policy to even put your hands on a girl. And just the fact that he let him back in for another year really aggravates me. And it's not only just me, it's other NFL players, Terry Bradshaw. He was pretty fired up about it. And now I just want to get your guys' input on it.
I think playing as anyone in the NFL is a privilege and not a right, and you get paid so much to do what you do. So if you make a mistake, like smaller mistakes, maybe you can give them a second chance, but something that big, I just don't think it should be one and done in cases like that.
Right. Anybody else?
Well, I think celebrities tend to get away with stuff like that. It's not just NFL players. It's all celebrities.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I don't know if you guys saw this, and I know I'm bringing up a completely different topic, but did you guys see what Justin Bieber did during his live show? He straight up went to a girl and said, "You are clapping offbeat," and started in her face, like, clapping like one of those monkeys. Yeah, he's just being a dick to his fans.
Yeah, I did not hear about
people
that.
Still love him and give him a pass because he's a celebrity.
Yeah, that's not acceptable
I think
at all.
It's always a scenario. That's what you judge it basically judge it off of. So in this scenario, it's not okay.
And another thing that could really take some people off is their profession. For it to be a football player, they're supposed to be role models. That's what little kids are going to want to end up. They say, "Oh, hey, mommy and daddy, I want to be a football player when I grow up." That's the kind of thing that you can't do that.
Keeping things in the realm of football or just professional sports in general, me personally, this is my opinion. It's never supposed to be like your primary goal to be a role model. Your goal is to play the game and live up to your potential. And that's what their goal usually is too. It's always like a second thought that you're a role model. But in the case of the NFL, I understand like what he did was wrong. He's showing no remorse for it, which is embarrassing. And Jerry Jones is, of course, enabling him, letting him still stay on the field. There's a reason that the Carolina Panthers let him go, despite being an all-pro player. But biggest thing is I stand by my usual conviction that the NFL or any other organization for that matter has no business getting involved with the personal lives of their players. Let's keep in mind this isn't the first time that a player has had off-field issues in any sport. Mm-hmm. This is the first time that it's really coming into the mainstream because if you remember, Ray Rice was the other most recent example of domestic violence.
Right.
And the video surfacing during the whole fiasco is pretty much what nailed him down. But the difference between Ray Rice and Greg Hardy is Ray Rice actually did show remorse. He apologized 100 times over.
Right.
He said he regretted what he did. And right now, he's not welcome back into the NFL. No one else is signing him.
That's not fair.
Now, and at the same time, you have to remember that Ray Rice was an aging player. He was just about on the tail end of his career. But regardless, even so, what business does, for example, your employer have on what you do with your personal life, unless otherwise written before you signed on?
If this wouldn't have been brought to the public, who knows what would be happening to his ex right now.
Oh, absolutely.
It would have went to a whole new extreme.
And even now,
And you're telling me that I know me personally, when people do stuff like that, me and a group of friends normally end up going headhunting because that's BS and you shouldn't do it.
Exactly.
well, I'm not arguing that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he's excused. Absolutely not. He's not excused of anything. I'm saying that now, why did it suddenly just in recent years is when the NFL started actually caring about what was happening off the field with their players. And I guess that has something to do with like the widespread arrests that were going on.
I mean, the last time.
Let's not forget right now that at the start of this season, the NHL was letting Patrick Kane play for the Blackhawks on rape allegations. They did the same thing with Kobe Bryant years ago.
Oh, and they did the same thing with Big Ben. They did the same thing.
Yeah, Ben Roethlisberger. These guys are all getting passes. But
Well, even Michael Vick is too, and he was brought in on some major charges.
Well, Michael Vick did actually get his second chance. He was remorseful. He was remorseful when it happened, and he served his time in prison. Greg Hardy didn't serve anything. Everyone knows that he was guilty. He beat that woman. The pictures got out, the testimony was out, and the charges got dropped. I can't feel any remorse for somebody like that.
On that note, domestic violence is not tolerated. Once again,
No.
you're hearing it here from the Slice. All right.
You heard it here
the
first.
more you know.
That's right. We're gonna get it out
Right,
there.
right.
We're gonna get it out there. That's right.
Yeah.
All right. So, how about Antonio Brown, huh?
My man.
What is that?
Well-
He almost eclipsed 300 yards on what?
I know.
17
It's
receptions.
It's an amazing performance, and he's an amazing receiver. But
He doesn't get enough
the
credit as he should. Just
let's look
saying.
at the other part of that game and who he did it against. Your underdogs.
They're
He
not
did
that
it
bad.
against your
They're not
underdogs.
bad.
They're not
They-
bad.
their
They just
quarterback
gave
is
up
bad.
almost 300 yards to one receiver.
That's
They
pretty
kept
They
up
lost.
the score though. That's the most
It doesn't-
impressive thing.
did they
How
win?
are they going to be able to do
Did
that?
they win?
They did not win.
They did not win.
They did not win,
They
but
did
they
not
still
win.
kept
They
up.
Reason
crumbled
why they
against
didn't
a
win.
Ben Roethlisberger-less.
Well,
Pittsburgh
Ben was in
Steeler
the game
team.
for most of the season.
Maybe
most
that's
of
what the
game.
Pittsburgh Steelers need, though.
No.
I don't.
They
want
are
to
much
see-
better
But
off
you got
than
to
Big Ben.
you got to admit here, Tiger. You got to admit they kept up. They kept up and they held their end of the.
I don't care if they kept up. What I care about is whether or not they're winning.
But they did good, didn't they?
Just
They
think of this.
maybe.
You
Who
take,
cares?
You take Antonio Brown away from that game. How many yards do they have?
Not
Warriors
much.
would have won if Antonio Brown wasn't there. Antonio
But
Brown had a
Antonio
hell of
Brown
a
was
They got
there.
beat by one guy.
And was thrown to by a backup quarterback.
Hey,
Yeah,
Landry didn't
but
do
they
too
got
bad.
beat by one guy. You take that guy out of the game, you headhunting.
It doesn't matter. It
Antonio
doesn't
Brown, we
matter. It still
understand.
happened.
You're good. You're a good man. But
He's great. Let's talk about
you're
these
amazing.
underdogs.
But
though, huh?
hold on a second. Martavius Bryant. Okay, there was this one play that he made. Honestly, in my eyes, personally, those were the best jukes, the best execution of the jukes I have ever seen.
He has some pretty sick jukes.
That was unreal. Like, he made four people miss, and then he still scored a touchdown right after, untouched.
That's crazy.
It was unreal.
Right.
But, okay, what did you want to talk about?
Let's go back to the underdogs, huh?
Let's go.
Because I think out of all of us,
You were
who's
the only
who's
one,
underdog?
bud.
Yeah, who's underdog one?
Tiger.
And
Come on,
who's
guys, let's
underdog?
say it all together. Tiger's underdog was
won
right.
Thank you.
You didn't follow.
And hey, we're tied for the
None of y'all
North.
did.
Hey, they're
That's-
tied for
that's
the
good.
North now.
I'm gonna open up the panel. So, do you guys have anything relevant that you would like to talk about? Non-scripted, nothing. This isn't scripted. I'm just saying.
Clearly, because we just started talking about dum dums.
Well, obviously, we had some notes written down, and we had our phones out.
Josh has something.
I do. Well, actually.
Spit.
Well, let me think about this for a second, because I don't actually have anything.
Oh.
Megatron.
nice.
Yes,
Megatron
that's-
on the way out of
this.
DR.
Just read this.
Megatron.
Megatron, Calvin Johnson might not be with the Detroit Lions
Maybe
next season,
parting the ways with the Lions.
but they're keeping Stafford.
Big deal.
Now, what do you guys
Oh,
think about that?
jeez.
Let's keep in mind that Matthew Stafford was drafted to rebuild that team, and
He never rebuilt that team at
he
all.
did.
Kind
From
of.
0-16, he had nowhere to go but up, and he did his job. He's there as a placeholder. he's among the quarterbacks that, are good, but they'll never be great.
Eli Manning has the worst luck. He throws up
does.
6 touchdowns.
You want to
one
talk
game
about
and he
having the worst
loses.
luck?
Like,
How about your crybaby Phillip Rivers? He has the worst luck.
That guy could throw for
well,
so
that
guy's
too, man.
good.
But I'm just saying
That guy, Eli Manning has, you forget. Let's not forget. Phillip Rivers and Eli Manning were supposed to be on opposite teams, but Eli Manning refused to play in San Diego.
All right, we're going to have to wrap it up here, but before we do, we are going to close the slice with the upset of the week. I'm going to name my teams right now. The game that I thought was the biggest upset, Colts versus Broncos.
Yes, indeed.
When
Andrew
you
Luck
think
on
about
the
it,
board.
there's always those quarterbacks that have each other's numbers. Has Andrew Luck lost to Peyton Manning yet?
I don't think so.
Aaron Rodgers lost one to Brett Favre, and the whole notion is,
Luck
the
has not
legend.
lost to Manning.
No, I don't think Luck has ever lost to Manning.
All right, what do you got?
What do I gotta say the Packers. That game was upsetting. I was expecting them to come back straight up.
Not
That-
necessarily.
To be fair, the Packers were favored to win that game.
That's why I'm feeling like that's a huge upset because everybody was expecting Pack to come back. They weren't. It wasn't a fair game to me. That wasn't a good way to do it.
Tiger, what do you got?
I've actually got the San Francisco 49ers over the Atlanta Falcons. What is
Right.
happening to the Falcons?
They're falling.
This was a
They
team
got-
that they
got
started what? They were 5-0.
Yep, 5-0.
They had lost to the Redskins,
The Buccaneers.
the Buccaneers, and now the 49ers. Granted,
Wow.
these are 1 to 3 point losses, but what is happening to this team? These guys were Super Bowl contenders at the start of the season, and now they just look like pretenders.
Right.
They look like, oh man, come on, Atlanta.
And
Josh, you're upset.
my upset we kind of mentioned this before.
No, you're
but
not upset. Okay, go on.
I'm very upset, and the reason I'm upset is because the Bears upset at the Chargers.
Right. That's another one. That was
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
that's
can't
all I
really
got.
say anything about that
You can't
game.
say anything about
we
that
talked
game.
about
It just
it.
renders
We
you kind of
already covered it
speechless.
earlier. It was
Yeah.
The
just.
more
Right.
you know, maybe the less.
All right. Well, you guys heard it again here from the Slice. I want to thank Mitch Kiernan for joining us
Yeah,
today.
no problem, man.
Josh Hippis.
Yes.
And the men behind closed doors, Tiger and Panda. Thank you so much, all you guys. Appreciate it. You guys behind closed doors got anything to say?
See you later. Come check out the show
He
Fridays.
eats
12
toilet
to 3.
paper.
Really?
paper
Really?
eater.
Tiger?
Yeah, no.
All right.
Tune in for those kind of antics.
We'll see you guys next week.
Thanks for tuning into The Slice. Tune in next week for some more hard-hitting NFL controversies. Just blow your mind. This is Chase. I'm out.